Welcome to another video. We're gonna take a look at GIMP and how we can remove a JPEG background. So for the case study, I'm gonna make use of the GIMP logo JPEG, which is this file over here. If I will move my mouse over, I will gonna see that this will be quite a large image, so 2400 by 1500. I'm gonna right click, open image in new tab, and within the new tab I'm gonna right click and save image as. I'm gonna select the one which already exists on my desktop, so I'm gonna overlap that file. Now I'm gonna jump within GIMP, and from the desktop I'm gonna drag and drop that file. So as you can see, this will be the file. I have that drag and dropped over here. Now, in order to add that transparency level, we need to right click over here on the right side, and we're gonna add an alpha channel. As you can see, this will add transparency information to the layer. And afterwards, we're gonna select the fuzzy select tool. We see the hotkey over here. This is set to U. And this will be controlled using a threshold over here. So for example, if the threshold will be set to something quite low, so the minimum value will be 0 and the maximum value will be 255 in this case. So if I'm gonna set the threshold to 0, I'm gonna left click over here once. We're gonna see this will be the boundary that the software decided to use for this fuzzy selection with a threshold of 0. And if I'm gonna hold down Control and I'm gonna zoom in on the border, you're gonna see that over here some gray areas with some pixels will still be within the final image. So this is where we can make use of that threshold in order to have a smoother selection. So I'm gonna set this threshold to something like 28. I'm gonna left click once on the outside to have that deselected, and afterwards I will click once over here. If you want to zoom in, zoom out, you can hold down Control, and with the mouse scroll you can do that quite easily. So left click once on the white background, and we're gonna see with the threshold of 28 this outline will follow a lot better that contour. We also have a problem over here with this selection. Some of the shadow at the bottom will be removed. Therefore, we can hold down Control, and if I'm gonna click over here, we're gonna, let's say, make this fuzzy select a little bit smaller. So if I'm gonna click over here once, but I'm gonna also make the threshold smaller, like 7.5. Hold down Control, click once over here, once again, because we didn't have that minus. And we're gonna see how we can remove. So that was one step, a second step. And if I'm gonna click it once again, we're gonna see how now that will incorporate a lot more from that shadow. We're still gonna have some pixels that will be cropped over there. So if you want to, you can add this a little bit, like 15. And now if I'm gonna hold down Shift, we can go to add that. But in this case, I'm gonna just hold down Control and click on those. And as you can see, those have been deselected. We also have one area over here, so I'm gonna hold down Control, click that once. And now we can use this selection. Now with the selection defined, we just have to press delete on the keyboard, and that will clear the background. And afterwards we need to have this exported, so we need to go at File, Export As. We see also the hotkey, Shift Ctrl plus E. I'm gonna save it directly on the desktop, and I'm gonna select the file extension to be a PNG file, because PNG has transparency, which is this one. And I'm gonna have this exported. We're gonna have the settings for the PNG. We're gonna go with the default one, so just click export. And afterwards, if you're going to take a look on the desktop, so this was the initial JPEG file. We see that white background, and this is the resulting PNG, which doesn't have that white background anymore. So I hope that you find this useful. If so, consider to see some of my other videos regarding 3D modeling. Thanks for watching.